what's up guys? So this is another video made based on a lot of questions I get from people about what cameras I use when I film. Now, first of all, I'm definitely out of the filming game. I mean, 5-6 years ago, I was nuts about it. It was way bigger priority for me. I'm obsessed with filming. I think it's awesome, but it just wore me out. And honestly, at the end of the day, like, I just want to focus on the experience and enjoying it. I do take a camera everywhere I go, and I do like to capture those moments when they arise, but you just, you got to have the motivation. And for some reason, it just hasn't been a big priority to film and make these epic, hunting adventures like I used to. It's more just about enjoying the experience and sharing it with my family and friends. Instagram's made it a lot easier with posting and stuff, and you don't have to go as in depth. But obviously, if you're going to get out there and hunt, you're going to want to film and scout. You're going to want to look at animals and dissect them and analyze them when you get home. Cameras are an awesome tool to have for that purpose, and also to share on social media. The number one thing that I use for a lot of my long-range footage of big deer in the high country and in those tough spots is the phone scope. I use my iPhone 8 with a phone scope adapter. Hooked up to a spotting scope. There's a corresponding piece that matches to the eyepiece of the scope, and you can literally just mount your phone scope on there, record and view, do it all through an iPhone. With these new cameras on these phones, they're unreal, and the footage, as you can see, is just epic. One thing I always notice and recommend is guys will set up their phone like this. The aspect ratio of a television screen is like this. It's more like a 16:9, so it's wider as opposed to taller. So whenever you're filming, always try to set it up like this so that it will fit your screen better, and it will give you a full picture and a lot better image in general. The second thing I use is obviously for my blogging is the Selfie Cam. This is the one that Eric Chesser recommended to me. It's got a self-facing camera. Probably gotta take the lens cap off. Pretty cool. I like having a little tripod just for convenience, setting it up. It's got an awesome mic on it. This is literally how much I know about cameras. I don't even know what type this is. It's a Sony, looks like an Alpha 5000. I really and truly, I went off a recommendation of a pro. Eric knows more about vlogging and selfie cam, stuff like that, than anyone out there. And this camera's been awesome. It has a really big lens on it, really bright, awesome audio, like I said. And I like to carry it around on a tripod just to be able to set it up when you need to, and also gives you a little bit more extension, when you're filming stuff, background, whatever. Now, my go-to camera for the field, believe it or not, this is actually going to make a lot of you laugh, is still my 2011 Canon HF G30. This camera has been beat to hell, and it still puts down some fierce video. Got a tripod head plate mounted on it, so I can carry it on my tripod, on my pack. I very rarely hand hold this. This camera is designed like all cameras. You need a stabilized image. Use your tripod always whenever possible. Handheld just does not equate to a good solid picture. It ends up looking crappy. You spend a lot of time and energy wasted if you don't use a tripod. So I definitely recommend keeping the tripod plate mounted on it. This has a giant objective lens. I believe it's 60mm, super bright, 20 power optical zoom. I got an extended battery pack for it. Optical zoom is all that matters. You don't really care about digital because that just pixelates and digitizes things. And if you want a clear, sharp picture, the optical zoom is awesome. This is a 20x optical. So out to about 300 yards, kill shots and footage are awesome with this. Anywhere beyond that, I flip to the phone scope through one of my big spotters. So that's my camera, the Canon HF G30. I'm sure there's 5 versions that have come out since that are 10 times better. This used to have a shutter cover on the front too, but as you can see, I beat the living hell out of it. So that's the cameras. You can see it's a lot of diversity there. They do different things. I hope that answered your question, but I always recommend, like with any optics, is just buy the best you can afford at that time. And as you learn and use it, you'll realize what you want and what you don't need, and you'll start accessorizing and building an arsenal of cameras that actually work for you and what your needs are. So again, guys, I'm always going to custom tailor my content to questions you have. I hope that helped you out a little bit. Get out there. Got spring shed season on the rise. There's going to be lots of this going on. and hopefully we have an awesome, productive fall. Let me know what else you guys want to hear about. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Dad and Meth in the building.